there's things that, you know, you might not want to do, but you kind of have to do. But I want to talk about some of these things. And I'm just going to give you the list as it was presented to me. Like, maybe you really hate mowing your yard, keeping up on your yard, weeding your garden, right? Maybe you hate, you know, cleaning your gutters or pressure washing your house or washing your car, or, you know, a lot of these mundane things that, you know, at least here in the Northwest, as soon as the sun comes out, you know, we're all out there and all you hear is lawnmowers and people washing their cars because, you know, it rains here for about 9 months out of the year and you don't get to do all those things. And look, and I understand that some of these things can be therapeutic. I mean, look, I get it. I don't mind mowing my grass once in a while. You know, you get out there, you put your headphones on and you listen to whatever your favorite jam is and, you know, you do some yard work. I get it. That can be therapeutic. But the pressure for me, and I'm going to talk about yard work in particular, because it was the first thing that I implemented in my early 20s was, you know, I lived on a couple acres and it would take me about 4 hours to mow my grass, weed eat, you know, do all the things that I needed to do. And when I think about the fact that I'm working 40, 50 hours a week during the work week, and then on the weekend, I have to fit in, you know, mowing of the yard and all the stuff. And then for me, at least, you know, with that much land, if I missed it one weekend because I had to go do some other event or I was traveling, then all of a sudden the next time I mow, now it's not just mowing, now it's mowing and raking and picking up all the stuff because it's so thick and it, you know, your yard looks like garbage. So it's one of these things that needed to be kept up on. And for me, it wasn't just mowing the lawn. It was in the fall. I had all these trees. It was leaves. It was branches. It was after a big storm. You know, I had all this yard debris to pick up and all this stuff. And so one of the first things I implemented that was on my not to-do list is I'm going to hire someone to do my yard maintenance for me. Now, if I still want to go out and tool around in my yard, I can do that. It's fine. But day in, day out, week in, week out, you know, I haven't had to worry about doing my yard work for 20 years. And I will tell you, when I did it, it was like the most freeing thing that I could have done. It now freed up my weekends. I didn't have to worry about doing that. And there's probably lots of things like this in our lives that we don't enjoy doing, and they're easy to delegate to somebody else. Now, yeah, you have to have the money to do that. I get that. But I think we need to think about the way that we think about our money, because what if just for a couple weekends, instead of taking 4 hours to mow my yard, I didn't trade that for fun time? What if I traded that to go to some open houses? What if I traded that to go build some new relationships, go to a trade show, go somewhere where I could meet some new people that could refer me business? Well, how many transactions as a mortgage or real estate professional do I need to bring in a month to pay for yard maintenance? It's like less than one transaction. It's a fraction of one transaction in most cases. And because it's not that expensive. I mean, even with a large yard like I have, this is not, relatively speaking, that expensive of a thing to hire someone to do if you have them do it on a regular basis. And so there are ways of freeing up the time to generate the money to take a fraction of that increased money, pay for the thing you don't want to do, and you still come out ahead. And that was the experience for me.